What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed this makeup look for you guys. It's my go-to dewy summer kind of easy makeup look and I actually really like how it came out. It's the look I've been rocking on pretty much a daily basis lately and I found a lot of new products that I've actually really been loving, so I just wanted to share with you guys. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay, to start off, I think I'm actually going to grab my little spray because it's been a while since I put on my skincare and I feel like my makeup applies so much better right after I apply my skincare because my skin is just nice and prepped and moisturized, so I feel like now it's not going to look quite as nice. It's been a couple hours, but I'm just using this Avène Thermal Spring Water Spray. This is just really refreshing. I don't really know how much it actually does for my skin, but at least it'll give it a nice splash of moisture before we put on our makeup. Oh, so nice. Alright, for my base, I have been using the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation, and I am in the shade 52 Vanilla. I know the shade range isn't very good on this. This foundation has been around for a while, but it's actually one of the few fungal acne safe foundations that I found that actually kind of had the exact finish that I would want in a foundation. So it's a serum foundation and it provides like a decent amount of coverage, but in a way that's very, very natural and skin-like. This was a pretty popular foundation back in the day, but I don't really hear anyone talking about it anymore. I just take a little bit all over my face just to even out my complexion. I've gotten a little bit of a tan ever since I came back from Hawaii, but honestly, I feel like, well, you can't see right now, but my shoulders are definitely the part that got burnt and much darker, so I feel like this foundation color is still fine for me. I feel like my neck looks pretty light. My hyperpigmentation's actually gone quite a lot better over the last few months. They're still definitely there, but they're at the point where I feel like a little bit of foundation just to even things out is actually enough. I kind of prefer it to trying to spot conceal with like a super heavy concealer because I feel like that difference between just like your regular skin texture and like a super heavy concealer isn't always the most natural look. As you can see, my skin is brighter and a bit more evened out, but I do go in with concealer. So this is a concealer that I've been reaching for the most, and it's the First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. I like it for my under eyes, and it also works okay at spot concealing. So my under eyes are really dry, honestly, so the more moisturizing it is, the better. Alright, now I feel like the complexion is in a pretty good place right now. This is when I usually go into my brows, so I have a new brow combo that I have been pretty obsessed with. First, I'm going to actually just take this NYX brow pencil just because it has a spoolie, and the pencil that I've been using doesn't have a spoolie, which is probably like the only downside of it, to be honest. So I'm just going to, oh god, I didn't blend this out. Yeah, I just always brush up my eyebrows because my eyebrows hairs grow downwards a lot and I just want to lift those up. Oh my god, I'm such a mess. My new holy grail eyebrow pencil is the Uemura Hard Formula eyebrow pencil, and I have it in the shade 9, I think. It's like honestly the perfect color for me. At first I thought it was like way too light and like just not pigmented enough compared to your typical Anastasia and Benefit eyebrow pencils, but this actually just gives my brows the most like perfected look in the most natural way possible, especially when this pencil is like super sharp. I really like the definition that you can get with it, but it just looks so natural. I just really love the way that my brows look when I use this pencil. I mean, I guess I'll zoom you in. Yeah, it takes a little bit of extra time, I guess, but honestly so worth it. And then once I've drawn in the shape, I just kind of brush it out again with the spoolie. Exposure is darker now because I zoomed it in, but we will be back to normal in a second. And then to set things, I go in with my Glossier Boy Brow. I'm using the shade Blonde right now, and I actually quite like it. It was a bit hard to use in the beginning, especially when the brush would pick up a lot of product, but I feel like now that it's dried out a bit, it's like the perfect light brown shade, because since my eyebrows and my hair are pretty dark already, I don't really like to make my eyebrows too strong, so I feel like using a lighter colored eyebrow gel just kind of balances out a little bit while still giving you like the full brow look. Now we'll just go into our super simple eye look. I have literally just been using one product. It's the Supergoop cream eyeshadow, the Shimmershade that has SPF 30, and I have the shade Sunset, which is just a really pretty brown color. It has a bit of shimmer but not too much or anything, and it's just the easiest way to get a nice everyday kind of smoky eye, which honestly I feel like that one shadow kind of look suits my eye shape quite well, because even when I try to do like an actual smoky eye with a bunch of different shades and like try to add dimension, I feel like it ends up making my eye look smaller somehow. Maybe I just haven't found the right technique for my eye shape, but I just find that using a shadow that's like the depth around this color, that just adds a bit of depth to your eye but like not too much, really enhances my eye shape. So I just take honestly a little bit on my finger and I just kind of slowly build it up and blend it out. It's super easy to blend out. I feel like it dries to a kind of powdery finish pretty quickly, so it's very easy to work with. Take a little bit on my lower lash line as well. So then I'm just gonna go into the other side as well. You could also like take this on the back of your hand and then go in and pick it up with a brush. I feel like that would also work really well. I just really like the color of this eyeshadow and how it applies, and honestly the fact that it has SPF 30 is just like a big perk, and I really like it. Alright, so in the end I'm left with this really easy bronzy look. I think I'm actually going to skip eyeliner today and just go in with the mascara. I've been using the Shiseido eyelash curler. I don't know if I mentioned this in another video, but I've actually found that this Shiseido eyelash curler works better for my eyes than the Uemura eyelash curler I had been using for years and years. So I'm just gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. And then the mascara that I have been using is this one by Heroine. It's the Volume and Curl Mascara. Alright, mascara is on. Now I'm just gonna go back in and finish the rest of my face. I will zoom you out really quick. My favorite way of applying bronzer lately has been using the Milk Makeup bronzer. That's their cream stick bronzer, and then I have this e.l.f. stippling brush. And I feel like with cream products you really just have to figure out which method of application works for you the best. I really like using this stippling brush. I find it way easier to apply than like with a sponge, because I feel like the sponge will kind of shear it out a little bit too much and it's hard to apply the product where you want. But with a brush it's super easy. I just kind of stipple it on and just kind of do this little patting motion. Because I have the like hyperpigmentation on my cheeks where like my bronzer and contour would go, it's really easy for the coverage to come up really easily. So I feel like using a cream product and doing this kind of dapping motion really helps keep the coverage there as much as possible. On my temple here and around the nose too. I've been going back and forth between a lot of different highlighters recently. Actually, I wanted to, dang it, I will show you my other combo. I'll do one side of my face with one highlighter and then the other side with a different highlighter combo that I've been loving. So for a while I've been really loving using these Essence Pure Nude highlighters. I find that I really like the combination of the two together because the Pure Nude highlighter is a really pretty kind of pearly champagne kind of highlighter, but in the summer I really like that kind of golden bronzy look, and this Sunlighter is the perfect topper for that. I'm just gonna take this e.l.f. highlighting brush, and then first I'm gonna go in with a decent amount of this Pure Nude highlighter. Just kind of put it on the cheeks. So I really like this highlighter combo because I feel like it's perfect for people who have texture on your skin and don't really want a kind of shimmery or like actual wet highlighter that will attract attention to the texture there, because I find that this is like honestly the smoothest highlighter. Like there's definitely quite a bit of like reflect there, but if you look at my skin, it just looks, if you look at my skin, like there's definitely a nice shine there. But because of this formula, I just feel like it's just very smooth looking on the skin. Like it definitely doesn't look wet like a cream highlighter might because it's a powder, but I feel like it's the most glow from within kind of look that a powder can give. Okay, on the other side, I'm actually going to go in with a Colourpop Super Shock highlighter. This is probably one of my favorite highlighters of all time. I feel like if you want a just gorgeous beaming highlight that doesn't look chunky on the skin, doesn't emphasize texture, and just is so pretty, this is honestly my favorite. It's on the Cusp. I think it's from Kathleen Light's collab, but I feel like it's just, oh my god, do you see that? Do you see that? I feel like it gives you that wet look. It's much more intense than like a regular cream highlighter or anything. I feel like this is the kind of highlighter that you just want on the super high points of your face, whereas this one I feel like you can almost put the powder like kind of all over your cheek. And then on top of that, I'm gonna go in with some blush because I also have been liking the look of putting blush over highlighter. So I'm gonna go in with this Nudestix Sunkissed blush. I'm just gonna go ahead with my stippling brush again. This one just has the prettiest color, I think. And again, I just kind of pat it, dab it all over. But yeah, that is basically it for my go-to dewy summery look, and I honestly love the way it looks. I really like this new focus on skin, but I feel like the Supergoop Shimmershade just adds a bit of depth and interest to my eyes where it doesn't really look like I'm trying to do this no makeup kind of look. It balances out the bronzer and the blush quite well, and of course it has plenty of glow going on. So yeah, I'm sorry if this video was a huge mess. I actually really like how this look turned out, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know what you want to see from me, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.